Yeah. So are you saying kind of stick to the fintech and do both at the same time?
Yeah, just for money and I guess the network.
Oh man, I've ran that question in my mind so many times. And when I think about how much I was working between December, January and February, which is when I started to make a plan for this business and this product, and I was still going ahead and completing the projects I was given at the fintech as just an employee.
Yeah.
My hours were crazy, man. I was so thankful that the company was okay with working from home and flexible hours and stuff, but I was probably working, most of the days it would be like getting in the office at 7, wouldn't be leaving until maybe even 4 or 5. Sometimes I'd stay till 6, 7, 8, and then I'd come home. And that was because I was completing their projects, and then I was also working on this plan. And then I'd come home, and I'd still want to carry on working because I didn't get all the work done for the business, for my own business. So it was really a question about workload and just, am I happy with my life right now? Am I happy with how I'm spending my time? And then, of course, when you throw in the fact that the team that I had, these 2 people that were just causing unnecessary problems. What I used to say to people, to summarize it in the quickest way possible, so you can fully understand perhaps one of the motives that led me to leaving, was, imagine kind of being told by a football manager that, okay, you need to be scoring this goal. Everyone's going to pass the ball to you to finish the goal because I've taught you this new technique, and this was basically what it was. But to do that, you've got to quickly pass it to the winger and he'll pass it back in. But every time I passed it to these wingers, they would just hog the ball and they would want to change the plan because it didn't suit them. And that was I guess it was poor leadership on my manager's behalf as well. But it was a real dysfunctional team. And then when I weighed up how long it would take me to move teams to the friend that I talked about earlier, he was looking at somewhere between 3 to 6 months. I just thought, I don't know if I'm allowed to swear on here, but I just thought, fuck, I don't know if I've got that in me, because the amount of work and the stress that's going on, it wasn't worth it. And like you said, I managed to save up enough, and I think I wanted some freedom as well. I wanted a break, and I think I underestimated what it's like coming out straight out of uni and then going straight back into work straight away. And there's no, a lot of people might take a year off or a few months off, just going straight back into work. So I kind of needed that as well. And I kind of said to myself that I know if I really need to, I can still find some sort of work somewhere if I need to. So yeah, it was just about balancing that and weighing it up, what was worth it. And it just at the time felt like it was worth it. And today I still back the decision I made, which was just, in another word, just following my heart rather than thinking about what might be logical at that time. Because sometimes you just have to weigh up whether you're actually happy with how you're spending your days right now. And if you have the privilege of being able to then go off, if you've got the savings, whatever it might be, I'm always an advocate for going to do that, because you'll be much happier because of it. And that's probably one of the most important things I've seen in the workplace that people don't prioritize.
Yeah, no, I hear you completely. I mean, obviously I'm still at uni, but just looking at how guys are at the moment, like people that started working last year, even this year, I'm like, damn, do I really want to, after all this studying, go straight into work? Like, no way in hell.
I mean, you're an entrepreneur as well, man. You've got your own ideas and you've got things that you know you want to do. And that's the hardest thing as well, balancing that off. Whether you follow I know guys that have, these side businesses that they want to do and stuff. And it's always about, how can I do this and then also take care of myself? And the fact that you're saying, when you leave, you got to take into account, you want to break. You actually want to go straight back into work. You've just done your degree. I mean, final year as well is just crazy, man. I mean, yeah, I think I must have had because of the work that I was doing in Oxford and the summer I graduated, I genuinely think I had a month off, if that. I don't even think I had a month off, because when I was doing this work with the researchers, it was a lot, man. We were working really hard. We were really trying to make something. And to be fair, we did. But it was really hard. So yeah, if you're debating that, man, that's an important decision. It'd be interesting to find out what you decide as well.
But I'm gone.
Yeah?
No doubt, man.
No doubt about it. Man, love to hear it.
The thing for me is I was even I was so close to taking a gap year before uni. But I was like, you know what? Let me just do my 4 years, get a well-paying job, and at least then if I go on holiday, I can go with like actual money or actual thing to come back to.
Yeah.
Obviously, I didn't end up taking a gap year. Now
Yeah.
I'm going to be uni for 7 years. It's like there's no way in hell.
Yeah.
It'll take at least a year to like.
7 years. That's a sentence, you know. That's a real life sentence. That's a long
Bro,
time.
I do medical engineering now.
It's medical engineering.
If
When
anyone
you said,
asks.
I was slow on that one. Wow. You know what's interesting, man, is when you talk about gap year and going away and traveling and stuff.
Mm,
Boy, he didn't go to university, but he did that whole gap year thing. He just, from A level, he knew he wanted to save up and travel, and then he'd find his way.
yeah.
And you know, everyone I know right now, he's probably the happiest, the most comfortable with his lifestyle. And it's crazy because he went off, he had his 6 months somewhere, came back. Yes, this guy was scrambling for what to do. He was thinking, I'm out of the game. My mind's not in work mode right now. How do I go ahead and get a career? Not just a job, but a career. And this guy did building for a little while. He was doing some odd jobs here and there. He tried to do some apprenticeship schemes. And then, and this is one thing that it's insane, the power of this. He started looking at jobs that were these unconventional jobs. The jobs that not necessarily are these banking jobs or this, that, and the other. He was looking at sales jobs. He was looking at what's something that I can go in that will match my personality right now. And this guy went ahead and joined a company called Softcut that sells IT software. He's been there for 2 years. And like I said, he's just living his best life right now, man. And he just went ahead and did that. And I was even speaking with another friend the other day just about how when we think about, okay, what do I want to do after uni, or what do I want to do after A levels? Often when we're told to go to university and go down this path, it's like putting a lot of pressure on landing one of these big career-based jobs. And I put that in quotation marks. But then there's all these other jobs that are out there that you just wouldn't even look at twice because they're not the 50, 60K salary that you're being told you could get if you go to university or do this or do that. But they're these, you know, normal jobs that people just go and do. And if you're an individual that can excel at what they do, you're going to go squeeze as much juice out of that orange straight away. And that's what he did. He went and did that, and he just looked at one of these quote unquote irregular jobs. It wasn't some big salary, and he's just smashed it, man. He's been there for a year, 2 years, and he's so happy, so comfortable. And he's doing all these things, you know, like now looking at investing in property and stocks, all this sort of stuff. And it just always makes me realize how there's so many different pathways to going and just achieving what you want to achieve. But uni and these other education systems, they sometimes just convince you there's only one way, or that you have to go this route or have to do this. So, you know.
We hope you guys enjoyed that clip. If you want more content, be sure to check out our full episodes either here on YouTube or down below through the link in the description to find podcasts wherever you typically find your podcasts. Alternatively, in the meantime, you can follow us on social media to stay up to date between episodes. Either way, I'm happy you guys were here to join us today. Hope you enjoyed the clip. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.